All right. Here we go, testing the new microphone that I just acquired. Hopefully this will sound much better than the previous potato that I was using, seeming as this is studio quality. Well, at least that's how it was advertised. But anyways, thank you for the 2 viewers that I have watching at the moment. Right now we are sitting in Providence, Rhode Island's TF Green International Airport. We are just going to be taking a short hop from Providence to Block Island State. Not very far, not a very long flight. This is going to be a quick stream just to test this microphone out and just the overall performance of my PC while streaming. So thank you to my 1 viewer for joining me as we get this flight started. We'll jump straight into the cockpit. It's been a while since I've flown the TBM930, but I'll try my best to remember exactly how everything goes, what buttons to push, and how to start her up. First thing we're going to want to do is move up to the top here for our little control panel, and we are going to want to turn on the battery switch. To do that first, put the crash bar up and move us up into battery. Just realized that I don't have the audio on for the game. Whoopsies. All right. Now that the battery's running, all of our systems should be coming to life here inside the cockpit. We'll get our Garmin ready. Our flight plan is already plugged in. There goes Crazy Guys on the tug. All this traffic in the airport, man. I've been dealing with this since I've started streaming.
System test. Okay.
All right. And look at this guy go, making these wild turns coming towards me. Dear God. Hopefully he doesn't hit us. Either way, we'll go ahead and get the airplane started. First thing we're going to want to do is let people know that we are going to be starting the engines. So we're going to turn our nav lights on, turn our pulse on. Ignition stays on auto. Auxiliary fuel pump comes to life. Fuel selector goes to auto. Should be set to go there. All right. Let's get her started. Great, get some fuel to get her into idle. Alright, she's coming to life nicely. Alright, we have a good start there. Everything's in the green, torque is good, NG percentage is good, our exhaust gas temperature is good, our oil pressure has climbed up to an acceptable level, and so has our oil temperature. Now that she's running, we'll get her into high idle. Alright, she's running well now. Now that we have that, we can turn our boost pump to auto. Oh, apparently we got to keep the fuel pump switch on. Engine generator comes to the on position, which is perfect. Like I said, I don't have a lot of experience flying the TBM. I'm just kind of winging this here. What do we got to do here according to our panel? Auxiliary boost pump is on. Stalemate, none. PDI heat, left and right is off. Bleed off. Okay, I think that's down here. Yes, it is. Get rid of this yoke. Come on. There we go. PDI heat goes on. Stall heater goes on. Auxiliary boost pump is still on. Bleed. Pretty sure is up here. Put that into the auto position for the bleed. Auxiliary boost pump is on. I know, but it kind of... There we go. Turn the auxiliary boost pumps off. We are good to go now. The airplane started. There's not really much that we need to do from here other than taxi out to the runway and get the ball rolling. Really hope that this mic is coming through clear, at least a lot more clear than it had originally. Not much required to get this airplane going. We're going to put her into the taxi position. Hammond. There we go. Now that we're in the taxi position, our prop is just adjusting itself quickly, so I think we're good to go. We can actually start taxiing out quickly. Adjust our seat position here a little bit. Where's our parking brake? Down here, there it is. Alright. Let's get this show on the road. We're going to take off of runway 16. We're not going to follow any procedure here just because this is a test. We are going to put some flaps in though. 1 notch. Give her some power. Push her forward. Come on. Alright. There we are, starting to roll. Turn onto the taxiway. Absolutely gorgeous day here in Providence. Believe it or not, TF Green International is not located in Providence. Ooh, we just had a little stutter there. Not too terrible though. Anyways, believe it or not, TF Green is not located in Providence. As the name suggests, TF Green is actually located in Warwick, Rhode Island. Providence is probably a good 15-minute ride, 20-minute ride away, which, you know, to citizens of the rest of the United States, 20 minutes may not seem like a hike, but everybody from Rhode Island can relate. 20 minutes is a ride, man. We don't like our driving. We don't like to drive far for anything. Alright, let's get turned onto the runway here. Get ourselves lined up. And we'll come to a complete stop before we start getting the airplane rolling. Alright. There we go. Get our strobes on, and we can get our landing lights on. Alright. Let's go to Block Island, everybody. Just want to come over here and get this to GPS. Perfect. Just gotta come in here and change these settings. We want our track to be up. It's been a little while since I've had to program this. Empty. Map settings. North up. That's not what we want. We want track up. We want heading up. We want heading up. There we go. No. Track. Or north. Heading? Yeah, heading. Okay, sorry. It's been a while, like I said, since I've flown this one. Much more experience in 737, 747s, airliners, you know, all that. All those fancy airplanes, but let's get going here. Let's start to throttle up. We are rolling. Rolling nicely. We can rotate, get her off the ground. Alright, up we go in the TBM930 out of Providence. And get our gear up. Alright. This is a quick little airplane too. Making our way over to Providence shouldn't be too difficult. Trim the airplane out a little bit just so we can keep putting less pressure on the control surfaces. Trim her out to climb at about 1,500 feet per minute. Alright, up and away. Take a look out here. Rhode Island, man. Sometimes it can be beautiful. Sometimes it's Rhode Island. Already climbing up towards 2,000 feet here. This TBM doesn't need nearly anything to get us rolling. We'll put our flaps up to clean. Okay. Turn left to get us on course. Okay. Get ourselves on course here. TBM really does fly nicely. We'll try to do some more flights in the TBM. It's not all going to be Southwest Airlines 737, man. We're going to have tons of adventures on this channel and during our live streams. Great thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator is we can literally go anywhere we want to in the world at any given time. No restrictions, right? Pretty quickly into our streams here on this channel, I want to take some flights out into Europe and England. That'll be pretty fun, like London to Gatwick, etc. So we're only going to climb up to 4,500 feet here, so we're already going to start to lower the nose a little bit. No need to climb that high. We're not going very far. So we'll start to level off. And really start to increase our speed. Alright, we have leveled off here at 4,500 feet. So we're just going to get the autopilot selected. Just make sure we have our altitude plugged in that we want to stay at. 4,500 feet goes in for the altitude. Altitude hold will come on, as well as nav to get us on course, and we'll just turn on the autopilot. Or do we need to turn on the autopilot master? I think that's what we're forgetting. Autopilot off. Alright. Nav mode. Vertical speed mode. Come on, autopilot. Why are you giving me a hard time here? There it goes. I thought did I not just click that? I mean, am I imagining things? Get our vertical speed back down. Alright, on our way to Block Island, everybody. Turn our volume down for the external camera here so I don't blast everybody away with the sound. Alright, looking good. I am going to go quiet for a little while just so I can pull up the stream on my end, just so I can guarantee that the audio isn't too much for everybody for future streams. So bear with me and I will be right back. Okay, so I believe I may have been a little bit too close to the mic on a few of those, for a portion of the beginning of that stream. But I mean, that's the awesome thing about doing this is the fact that I can test these things out as we're going along, just so I make sure that I'm not talking too loud. I can turn down the monitoring just a little bit if need be. Let's see how that sounds now. The thing is I don't want to be too far away from this mic and then nobody can hear me. So I'm going to go quiet again and listen in on the stream and see exactly how this sounds. Alright, so I'm thinking this sounds a lot better. I think this distance is going to do perfectly fine for what I'm trying to do. If for whatever reason, going on throughout the streams, nobody can hear me, I just need to be told so I can adjust my volume settings as we go on, and hopefully I'll be able to position this mic and kind of put everything in a good position where I won't have to adjust myself much at all, and the audio quality will remain the same and just fluid as we start to stream more and more. Alright, I think I pretty much have everything exactly where I need it. Make sure everything sounds nice and clear. Get the game volume turned back up for everybody. We're about to come into Block Island. Don't have any viewers at the moment, but that's okay. This channel is still in the early phases, and I do not plan on giving up at any point in time. I will continue to do these streams as long as it takes for me to gain some viewers. And, I'm just doing this, as I've said before, just for the fun of sharing flight simulation with everybody and growing this community. You know, what Microsoft has done with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is just absolutely insane. The immersion factor that this can give off sometimes, depending on, you know, just in general, and now the fact that it's available to players on Xbox as well, you know, that's how I started with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, not so much, you know, Microsoft Flight Simulator in general. But the fact that it goes on the Xbox now, I mean, I do think, and many others who, you know, fly Flight Simulator on their PCs as well, can also attest that it's kind of unfortunate that Xbox users have to pay for liveries and just certain functions that are otherwise free for PC players. I mean, PC Master Race, right? But unfortunately, you know, Microsoft has primarily optimized this for PC. And obviously, you know, very thankful for that I'm able to experience this the way that I can with the computer that I have. And, you know, I didn't have this computer gifted to me or anything like that. You know, I paid for this computer myself, and it's a great investment if you're looking to get into this hobby. And, you know, unfortunately, the prices of computer components right now is just skyrocketing so high. And all right, we're coming up to runway 28, Block Island State, rather quickly. We are extremely high. We need to start slowing down. Yep, we're getting a landing gear alert because I just pulled the power back to idle, so we're going to fix that. We need to really start slowing up if we're going to make this descent and make this approach. TBM930 flies really nicely. I should have no problem floating this right into Block Island. And if anybody comes to watch this video in the future, if you could please hit the like button as well as subscribe and turn on notifications for the channel. I know that's extremely cliche, and every YouTuber on the face of this earth gives that same message, but that's the only way I'm going to grow and share, you know, my passion for flight simulation with as many people as I can. Still coming down just a little bit more. I think we're going to make this approach perfectly fine. I added 1 notch of flaps. I think it's going to be safe to pull the landing gear down here. Give us a view outside. Sorry for the headphone users. Gear is coming down nicely. Got your wind turbines out there. There's runway 28 in Block Island. There's the cliffs of Block Island as well. Microsoft just released a complete update for Block Island in the most recent World Update, where they updated the USA once more. Alright. Pull the throttle back a little bit more. We are still on autopilot. I'm taking the autopilot pretty much until we get right over the shoreline. Add some more flap. Now a little bit more power. Let's take her off autopilot. Time to bring her in now. Take control. Dealing with a 14 knot headwind at the moment. Not too terrible, not too shabby. I have no problem gliding this airplane onto the runway. Such an easy and fun airplane to fly, the TBM930. These are going to be one of those airplanes that we're going to be buzzing around a lot, especially as we make our way down towards the Caribbean and down towards the, equator and doing a lot of tropical flying. The TBM930 is such a versatile aircraft, and it can handle flights like that, island hopping, no problem. Oh, go. Okay, getting pushed around a little bit. No problem. All right. Whoa. Easy now. Whoa. Easy now. Oh, yeah. We're a little high. That's all right. Nothing a little extra descent rate can't fix. This is a flight simulator after all. Oh, okay. Alright. About to land right in Block Island, cutting the power off now. Start to flare out a little bit. Come on. There we go. Touchdown. Full reverse power.
Smooth one. That's what people pay for.
Thanks, Sky. I didn't know that was in the cockpit with me. Alright. Alright, welcome to Block Island, everybody. Let's get ourselves taxied onto the ramp here. You have to turn this TBM very slowly. She doesn't like to be pushed too hard on the turns. At least from what I've experienced. Oops. Alright. Block Island. Let's go to Ballard's and get some beers and chill out. Why aren't I turning, man? The TBM always been like this ever since the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. The TBM just does not turn. I'm 6 knots ground speed right now. Now, I mean, I don't realize I was 13 before, but like, I kind of feel like she can turn at those speeds. Looking good. Better slow up. Coming to a turn. Keep it under 7 knots. Hello, truck. Nice to see you. Hey, couple of people here. Never flown into Block Island Airport myself. Don't plan to. Could take the ferry over for that. Alright. I'm not sure where we're going to park it. I think we're going to come right straight over here in front of these folks. Alright, we made it to Block Island. Parking brake comes on. What is that? Thank you. Thank you for telling me the parking brake is on. I know. I just turned it on. And we are going to bring this over to high idle. Let her run for a second. Turn off our strobes. Turn off our landing lights. And we can power down. Alright.
Oral warning, okay.
Thank you to everybody who joined me on this flight to Block Island in this test stream, even though I'm pretty sure only one person other than myself watched this entire thing, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm not expecting this to grow immediately overnight. This is going to take a little bit of effort to kind of pull this all together. There's a lot of moving parts to this. I'm certainly learning things as we go when it comes to the stream, so, you know, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit just because I only have 25 subscribers. And speaking of which, my subscriber goal to hit by August 1st is going to be 25 subscribers, and we are at 7 right now. So we only need 18 more. That should be easily doable. I'm going to be sharing links to my streams all over social media, asking everybody to like and share the stream as well as we get started here in the early goings of this, and kind of really make this a chill hangout spot for everybody to chat. You can comment in the chat live and we can chit chat about anything. I plan on having segments too during these streams, and my favorite sport is football, so when the NFL season starts up, we're going to have a segment during our flights where we can all talk about football, talk about the playoffs, our favorite teams, players, standings. We can talk about a lot of things on this channel as we're up and going. Flight simulation in general, news updates about flight simulation. I'm not a really big fan of X-Plane. X-Plane 12 is under development and should be releasing soon, as far as Laminar Research has heard. Like I said, I probably won't be flying X-Plane much. I mean, maybe I'll grab it when it comes out. But until then, everybody, whoever joined and watched me for that short amount of time, thank you very much. As I said, tomorrow we have a nice long stream. We have 2 flights going. Our first flight is going to take us from Cleveland to Chicago Midway, and then from Chicago Midway we are going to St. Louis. Should be about a 3-hour stream tomorrow, starting at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll see everybody there. Like I said, like and share this video. Let's make this channel grow. Let's make the hobby of flight simulation grow, and let's make this community stronger and more bound.